Welcome to Cine Here, where you come for all your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy, Nikki Tay.
And before we get into the movie, happy birthday, brother.
Hey, it's another year.
Yeah, man, we got to pay
another year on the earth. We just happy to be here.
We happy to do this for y'all. We even doing it for y'all on his birthday.
We do it for you.
The people. And today we are reviewing Breaking In.
Payback is a mother. Because it's Mother's Day. And they thought that was clever. Directed by James McTeague, starring Gabrielle Union. Woo! It's what we have said in almost every other review. This is the year of women empowerment, female empowerment. This is 2018 goes out to the women.
Yeah, for sure.
2018 goes out to women, but 2018 does not go to Breaking Bad, unfortunately. I mean, was this movie bad? No. Was this movie really good? No. What is it? It's okay. And sometimes it's good for a movie to just be okay. But when you are talking a thriller, a suspense, you cannot just be okay. You have to deliver thrills and suspense. And Breaking In failed to break through on either of those two fronts.
Nikki Tate is exactly right. One thing you want, like he said, is suspense. And at no moment in this movie did I really feel that suspense. There were trickles of it here and there, but there wasn't like edge of my seat waiting for things to happen. I definitely was sitting back, eating the popcorn, and really kind of wondering when this film was going to end.
So for those that don't know what Breaking In is or what it's about, it focuses in on a mother with her two children who have now just landed upon their recently deceased grandfather or dad, depending on whose perspectives, home. It's very extravagant. It is a very, very beautiful home. But now we have burglars who show up simultaneously looking to extract some sort of wealth, maybe cash, no spoilers, from the house itself. And so Gabrielle, who plays, again, this empowered woman, must fight them back and save her kids from this situation. Now, that all sounds very exciting. I mean, we got, again, Mother's Day weekend, and we have a movie about a mom fighting for her kids. Bravo. You guys timed that perfectly. Everywhere I saw, like, the description of the film, they said Gabrielle Union was a single mother. I mean, we can even put the screenshot from Wiki. It says a single mother. And I'm like, oh, here we go. We got another black woman with, two kids, ain't nothing father. But by the end of the movie, you're like, she doesn't even need the father that may or may not come because, again, this Gabrielle Union holding her own. And, serviceable acting, the character itself was a lot more amazing than what I thought she could even be. But, again, the film fails for me to deliver something that's ultimately fresh. It's the same, you see this movie and you'll be like, oh, it's one of those. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's what you think it is. You've seen it before, and that's just unfortunate.
And the concept actually was different. Usually you get someone breaking into a house, the antagonist breaking into the house, but this time you get Gabrielle Union, the protagonist, trying to get in to get her kids out.
It was like a break out, break in.
My favorite part of this movie, the best part of this movie, actually was Gabrielle Union.
Oh, yeah.
She was definitely, I haven't seen her a while on the big screen, so it's really good to see her because I see that she has brought it together. She is coming and she wants more films. And she did do a good job leading this film. The film itself just crumbled. It wasn't good enough for her. I know that's kind of sad to say. She actually was better than the film was.
And that's saying a lot. I mean, you look at who is even directing it. James McTeague, he started off his directorial debut with V for Vendetta. And if you haven't seen that, that movie is phenomenal. I mean, he was an assistant director for the Matrix trilogy. Like, this guy has some winners under his belt. And to see such a, and I hate to say it, lackluster movie, a movie that really doesn't give you anything as exciting as either of the two films I just named, it's disappointing. Again, Gabrielle Union did a great job. I thought she did everything you wanted her to. But again, it's everything around her, from the script to the acting to just the overall feel of the film that is, again, very streamlined. It's again, one of those movies that you've seen and it's nothing new, and that is just a disappointment.
And this film didn't even give you the level of action that you wanted in the scenes that deal with the fighting. It was all quick. It didn't kind of always even make sense. And it's like, why are these bad guys so stupid?
Oh, it's one of those. Exactly.
And why
one
is
of those
Gabrielle
films.
Union so smart?
Like she grew up in this extravagant house, but somehow she looks like she's right out of the, the hood. She was tumbling with the boys. She was hanging. She know how to survive. Am I supposed to believe she really has this just street mentality and I'm willing to do anything necessary? I mean, maybe she's a mother. Okay, I get it, but come on.
Yeah, and there's a difference between being smart and there's a difference between being Liam Neeson. And that's what she was in this movie. That's what she was in this movie.
But she wouldn't let her kids get taken.
She took out the lights.
She's smart. But we have her kids. Now, she's desperate.
No, she definitely didn't let her kids get taken. She was fighting back for them. But she was just had all these skills and doing all these things that a normal person wouldn't even think of, especially when they're in a dire situation when they're trying to get their kids back. And since the movie didn't give you any kind of context on why she's even so strategically bright and a weapons master. Like, wow, how is she so good at all this kind of stuff? If my mom's this good, I need to see it. Mom, happy Mother's Day to you, because I know I'll probably would get captured in this kind of movie, because you wouldn't be able to do all of those things that Gabrielle Union was able to do to get her kids out.
Exactly. Just give a little bit more context. I mean, I guess theoretically the film is saying just assume that she has some skills. Maybe she took a fencing class or, is a black belt that we just don't know about. Some expensive, rich, kind of hobby. So, okay, even with all that said, you still didn't make anything thrilling. You still weren't suspenseful. What am I supposed to hold on into this film? Am I supposed to say, oh, there's black kids and they're in danger? Great, that's the news every day. I see this. Again, you gotta give me something fresh breaking in. You gotta give me something fresh. And unfortunately, I mean, other than Gabrielle Union, there's not too many things I can praise about the film. And I am just so let down by that. This was a movie I was kind of excited for, but you get what you pay for. Well, before I end my rant, there is something I guess I can kind of praise. Billy Burke did a good job as a villain. Billy Burke, you might recognize him as the dad from the Twilight series. That is about the only thing I really remember.
No. He also was in the TV show called Revolutions. Just to put that out there for the ones that watched it. I did, until it got canceled. So I knew he was going to be a bright spot in this movie because he actually did good on Revolutions. And it was okay on Twilight. It's Twilight, so no one actually was stand out in that particular movie. But beyond the fact he did really good in this movie, he actually was the only smart villain or break-in or however you want to put it. He was the only smart burglar in this movie. So him and Gabrielle Union did have a thing going, and I guess that was another good spot in the movie, that their chemistry as far as them going back and forth with the dialogue and also them fighting each other. It was good. It was good. So in closing, how I feel about this movie. Gabrielle Union, once again, I would like to praise her for doing really good. She did really good, and I want to praise her for that. Billy Burke also did well, so I want to give him his praise for that.
Did well.
But that's really it. That's really the only two things that was really good about this movie.
Unfortunately.
This movie wasn't inherently bad. It just wasn't one of those movies where I wanted to get up and walk out. But it definitely was one of those movies I was waiting for at the end. So with me saying those things, I will have to give this movie a 5.5.
Ooh.
It's a movie that is worth checking out.
Agree.
But that is as far as it goes. Just check it out. You're not going to be talking about it with your friends. You're not going to care about it once you leave the theater. But while you're watching it, it's okay. It's okay. But Gabrielle Union, I hope that this gives you more movie roles in the future because you really did do well in this film.
I virtually agree with everything Ray said. The film is okay. I didn't walk away saying, oh my God, you remember that one scene? I didn't walk away saying, oh, I never want to see that movie again. It is just okay. And again, some movies can get away with that. This is a movie that could not. In closing, I would give the film actually a 5.8. It's almost on the 6 kind of scale because of the acting that I got from Gabrielle Union, Billy Burke, and just the overall premise. I mean, the premise isn't bad, but again, it's one of those movies. You know, this film was actually the first fan-voted review. We did not choose to see this movie, even though, actually, to be honest, this was actually probably the movie we would have picked. But the fans, you chose this. You chose this over a Jim Carrey and Melissa McCarthy movie, and I was almost surprised. But again, this is another film showing, and I have to say it, the empowering of women. 2018 has given us nothing but that. You know, the next big movie I think will do that will be the Ocean's 8 film.
Can't wait.
Which I am excited for. This will, I don't, let me just slow down because I don't want to go too much in Ocean 8. I'm very excited. That cast looks phenomenal. I can't wait to review it. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you see this movie, let us know how you feel. Let us know if this movie is amazing. Let us know if it's just absolutely terrible. You would have walked out the theater. Just give us a nice little dialogue. We'll love to talk about it because, again, if you saw it, maybe we can find something better in this movie. Make sure you hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our reviewing content. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here. It's breaking and entering. I don't even know what to do at the end of this.
You, the people. Okay, back to the movie. Breaking in.
I like that.
There's a role
break
reversal.
out, break in. You know, it's a lot of breaking. Everything was breaking. Pictures breaking. It was break.
Movie breaking.
Name the movie Break. Give your mother a break this Sunday.
Yeah, it's getting cut.
What could you wait for?
Yeah, nah, because I ain't want it.
Yeah, it was a good job.
I didn't like it.
Give your mother a break this weekend. If I'm not seeing
All
this
the breaking was just too much.
And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here. Don't do it, Sean. Don't let him in. Don't let him in, Sean. He really showed up just to do that.